We're here for the first ever Veterans Games and Conference. We brought with us British Army and Navy veterans who were injured in combat and their partners and families with them for 5 days of sports against Israelis, with also the 20 leading experts in post-trauma and mental health for a conference.
The guys that I've spoken to so far have been so friendly, so accommodating, and it's been fantastic atmosphere here, so relaxed, so chilled, and everyone just wants to speak to everyone and get to know everyone. It's great.
First thing we noticed was how friendly the Israelis are, and secondly how similar their sort of outlook and their approach and everything they put in towards sort of their fighting for their country and recovering from that, and how they're viewed by the rest of the country in terms of their service to their nation.
We are very happy to host them here. We're really excited, and I see my friends here very excited. We want to share what we've been going through. At the end of the day, we're all the same. We're all the same. We've been through hell. We've been through the army service. We've got injured in different ways. So it's a kind of a trauma which we share, and it's similar to anybody else. I mean, it doesn't matter where you come from. And for us, sharing information, seeing other people, seeing different views, it again helps you in your own way, and you can help somebody else with giving your views as well. And I think that's great.
We're here for the Veterans Games and Conference, and Chelsea Foundation is supporting it very, very heavily. And we're able to coach some of the children from the injured veterans that are here. So it's been a great collaboration work between us, the Veterans Cup, and the tournament happening here as well.
We are really proud of the fact that people it served in servicemen and women in Britain and in Israel, and the sacrifice they made for the values that we share. And that sport and this is an important part of the recovery process, and we can only wish them well, and we can never really repay them or thank them for what they've done for our countries.
I served in the Royal Air Force and I was deployed on operations in Iraq in 2003.
So coming here to Israel, what are were your first feelings about coming back to the Middle East, actually?
Yeah, so when I got given the opportunity and to come over here, and they told me I was going to Israel, my initial thought was like, whoa, hang on a minute. And then as I began to think about it a little bit, I kind of looked at it as a way that perhaps I could put a positive spin on things. So where I've come from, the Middle East, obviously with the negative emotions attached to it and the PTSD and the depression, I thought, hang on a minute, I can go out there, I can compete, I can take part in sport, which has helped me already, and finish it off on a positive spin, so it takes away them negative feelings from it.
In addition to the connection, they're connecting to Israel through you.
Yeah, the most important thing at the end of the day is they actually see the real face of what we can show here in Israel.
Yeah, people from Britain are getting to know Israel within 5 minutes. They already said it's a place they never thought it was. After an hour and a half, I think the first person said to me, I think I could live here. So part of the work of the Foreign Ministry and the Embassy is to expose Israel to people who don't know what it is, and that's what we're doing.
How's Israel?
Fantastic. The weather's great, and so far, from what we've seen of Israel so far, beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
Last night we had an opening dinner, and for the first time they met each other, Israelis and British veterans, and already after an hour they were exchanging phone numbers, liking each other on Facebook, and already telling war stories and understanding that they both had stories to tell. And sometimes you can only really tell someone who's experienced what you've experienced, the story, and only they can really truly understand and appreciate. And to see that happening was something very special.
I think with sport it gives us that sense of purpose again, and sense of meaning again, something that can work hard towards. And then when we get told to come along to these events and you're competing for essentially the UK Armed Forces, it brings you in amongst the guys that are suffering the same things and going through the same emotions and the same impact, and you can open up a lot more without the fear of being judged by the members of the public.
Sport in general, it's not just the physical outcomes of it, it's the social outcomes, it's the psychological outcomes, decision making, team building, working with partners, working with friends, learning how to share, all them key attributes of life come out in sport, and soccer and football is just one of them that really, really shows that.